बढ़िया।
Recording has been started, man. Actually, if we follow the conduct, it's better now. Here we are with a new webinar. Last time we had conducted a webinar on the topic Microsoft Learn Power BI. Here we are with a new product of Microsoft, Microsoft SQL Server. You people might have heard of the SQL, right? So it is basically a structured query language. We have to follow conduct. Let me change the setting of if someone gets accepted meeting option. I'm sorry, I'm muting this one out. So here we are. Microsoft SQL Server. So as you already know me, Talkie Remmer, Microsoft Student Ambassador. Now we're at beta level. Earlier I was an Alpha Student Ambassador. So thank you so much guys for participating in the last event. So let's start with this. So what is database? So database is just a collection of organized data in the electronic format. So what does a database help us in doing what? So database help us in doing accessing the data, manipulating the data and updating the data, because the data is very important in this era. One is having the data is one of the most powerful person on this planet. So controlling the data is one of the most important aspect of life today for engineers mainly. So DBMS. DBMS is a software for creating and managing database. Excuse me. Message. That's okay. That's okay. DBMS for creating and managing database. So DBMS stands for Database Management System. So it's just a software for creating and managing databases. So Microsoft SQL Server is one of the DBMS software which we are using currently on a day-to-day basis. As we already know that there are many DBMS available in our market. So Microsoft SQL Server is one of their product, and it's very effective to use it. So let me clear with you the database architecture. There are mainly two architecture, file server and the client server. For the client server, what happens in, let me explain the first file server. File server architecture, just a device, like a user or student device, and only one person can access it at one time, just like your laptop or your desktop or your mobile. It contains the bulk of data, like your roll number and all these things. But on the basis of file server architecture, you'll get it at a once. So you cannot you have if you're sharing your data with another friend or your person you may know, like you have to update that data on different devices at different level of time. So that's particular tough for you. So that is why we developed client server architecture. Client server architecture just contain a database server on the network, which controls different databases, just like our system. It can be considered the system of Amit or Ravish, any participant system, and the time they update the data, it will be reflected also in the database server and the pure database in which the real data has been stored. So here we are with the intro of SQL, structured query language. So from here, the SQL is just a query language which one has to learn for their emphasis in learning and manipulating the data. So let me read out the sentence. SQL stands for structured query language, as I said earlier, which is standard language for accessing and manipulating databases all over the world. So just a simple enough. No need to explain it more, I think. Categories of SQL commands. So let us see the categories. The categories include TQL, DDL, DML, and data control languages. Data query language select, just like select. As we are going to be in practical mode, let me tell you one thing, like select is just a print of whatever we are query, we are passing into the statement. It will give out the output on the screen, whatever we have selected. So that is why the name has been in a select and just print out on the screen. And DDL, data definition language, for creating the table, altering like suppose adding new column and all these things will help in altering the table. And drop is just used to delete the table from the whole system. DML, data manipulation language. So think of it earlier, like think of your own logic. Data manipulation, like manipulation of data. Like whenever like we have to update something, like insert new name, new file, or new server or architecture in the table itself, we can use DML language. And DCL, data control, grant and revoke, like just for security purposes we use this command. First three are very important. I think as you have already know this, data types. Actually, we already have learned this out. So let me revise it. So data types include big int, big integer. It contains up to the value of all these numeric value. Int, small int, the mainly use this one. Actually, we use int one the most because it's the most profitable one. And tiny int just for custom values, nothing else. Just go for data types, another data type package. That data includes char, varchar, and text for all these character sets and storing the character. And in which, let me tell you the most, varchar is used the most. Remember this, we are going to use this one out in practical mode. Data type package 3, like for date and time and all, date, time and year. So this is the format. So remember carefully, the time we are using the date from data type. Remember, year, month, and date is a series, like the format we have to use it. Like you cannot give the date, month, and year, vice versa on all these things. They have to be taken care of, otherwise the error will be thrown out. So here we are the downloading and installation. Downloading and installation includes just simple, like if you are on the web home and just type download. Remember, when we are downloading the file, we have to download two files for the creation of server and the creation of server management studio. So let me explain it first. See, go to this site, the official site of Microsoft, providing the SQL server. Just a download one. Just click download. Actually, I have already downloaded, so I don't want to download the file of 600 to 800 MB, so it's consume a lot of data. So just click on download and it will download it on a hard drive. It's just simple enough. And the second part includes SSMS stands for Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. Read here for carefully. Okay. Remember, go to the docs file. Docs file contains your server setup. So just go over here. Just scroll it down, and this is the file which is needed to be downloaded. Just click on it and it will be downloaded on your hard drive. The time it will be downloaded, uh, it will be 2 files generated over here. Okay, so first of all, install this one, just a basic containing a binary file. Yes, what you have to do here is to just click on basic. It will take up to 10 to 15 minutes and the installation will be done, and your all the setup file will be buried out in the hard drive, in the mainly on C drive. And then what the next thing to be done is the SSMS Setup Studio. This is very important to be installed, just because this is the main software which will control your database. Okay, this will control your database. After installation of all these 2 files, it will take up to 30 minutes at around, most probably at 30 minutes. So there will be no desktop icon generated for this. So what we're gonna do is just type SSMS. Just type here SSMS. It will show you the open file location. Open file location again. And this is your setup file which we are running currently at your whatever you are seeing on screen, just that setup file. So we have generated this one out. So the time, let me show the time we will open this software and execute this one. This will be open out. Here you will see nothing. The first time you will be installing this and opening this one out, you will see nothing. So what we're gonna do is, whatever you are having this, the name of your username, this is the name of your computer, right? The name of computer should be pasted over here and just connect over here. Yes, that's connected. Okay. So here we are. Like we have installed these 2 files, and let me see here. Meeting option. Is there anyone who has a doubt regarding all these things? So one can ask over here till yet. Please go for it. Everyone okay?
Yeah, it's fine, bro. Go on, continue.
Hi Nadeem, how's you?
Fine, bro. How are you? What about how is it
I'm
going?
also,
Like weather and these things.
yeah, I'm just posting this one. Like, so I'm sorry, I'm just muting this one out because people are joining and leaving. So that's again, we are here, and we are here with SQL Server. The main software which we're gonna run is, as we have already told, that SQL Server is a relational database management system, which we all know, and marketed by Microsoft. And similarly, RDBMS is based on the top standard programming language for the transient SQL or TSQL, which we already know. And that's all for this. That's the architecture of our SQL Server. That's how do we use it and how do we implement all these things. So this is one of the basic things. So what we're gonna do is, like here the some files are generated, whenever the system is open, like your desktop is open, so there's always a server, like localhost or any dot or anything else, like whatever your name has given is the server name. Server name is just a whole box containing in this. Just all the protocols and the database engine, as we were using, is just inserted in this. all the components are installed, so do not worry about all these things. Likewise, let us move ahead and let's start programming for first. The time you will get this software, you do have to do nothing. You'll get this thing as it says. This is showing your desktop name or the laptop name or the whatever device you are using. So do not worry about that. It shows like whatever databases are over here in your system. So I recommend you not to worry about all these things. Just refresh this one out. Hope this is connected. Yes, this is connected. And click on new query. Yes, this is the time we are using the query. This is what SQL stands for, Standard Query Language. Yes. And my tip is to save this in our custom folder. I'm saving it. Start your file name with one. So, and giving a proper name over here, creating, like we are creating this. So, what's the command for this? So, let us see in the PPT. Suppose we are using like a database Office. We are managing the system of Office. So, for instance, or for an example, we are taking this as Office. See, I'm going to shoot this one out, like execute. Either click F5 or just click the button execute. That's done. Your database has been created. See, congrats, your database has been created. Refresh this now. If you take my tip, always run new query in a new window because overwriting the previous one will make you to forget the previous one. So it's always good to run a new query in a new page, on a new query page. So what we're gonna do is okay. So how do we create the table? So it's just very simple. Do not worry about use of it. I'm going to tell you. It has a syntax like a EID and EN, EID, ENAME, eSalary, and all these functions, which it has to be written in a file name. So it is necessary to all the use commands. So let us see what is to be done. Wait a second, please. Yes, sure. See, what we have to do is I have written this one out. Use office. I've created a database office and I'm using this use office over here. Why so? See, if you see carefully, after my desktop name, there's written dot master. Master is just a base where all the database has been written out. So while creating the table, the table will get confused where it has to be written or where it has to be characterized. So I'm just telling him out like SQL Server use the Office database and just create table over here. A table. Just give the argument over here. Int and which is not null. Not null is a constraint. It simply typically means that it cannot be stay empty or null because for a verification, ID is always required. That's like class or in your school or in your college. School ID is required for your identification, or Aadhaar card is required for your identification. So this is what ID is included. On a professional note, I'm just giving a reference. Always use ID. Always and always use ID. It's gonna help you a lot in future. Let us see how. Name, name of the employee, varchar. Salary, age of the employee, which is given to be uh, each gender, and varchar. So this is done, and I hope you people remember that there's always a definition of a primary key. Primary key. Primary key is the identification or the unique identification of a particular table. So let us give uh, primary key. PID. Let us save this one out. And I'm gonna select asterisk. Asterisk means everything. Master. And what happened is the time it was the cursor was here, it get informed that we have to use the Office database. In Office database, create a table name employee having this number of characteristics and all these functions with primary key EID. And then the time it gets over, the command has been executed. Select everything from employee. Just I have already told you that select is the print. So just printing all the table, all the column which we have created in a table. I know it's just empty because we haven't filled it yet. So we're going to fill it in the next step. And set this one out as inserting data. So let us consider some of the is anyone having doubt, or I guess can ask over here? Is everything clear over here till yet?
It's clear, bro. Thank you. Go on.
Yeah, sure. Nadeem, 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 could you please unmute yourself? Let me hear something from you.
Yes, bro, I can hear you.
Actually, what happened was like my internet was gone, so I'm so sorry for that. I'm so sorry for guest we are facing all this. Nadeem, I think you should
It's
also
okay,
cooperate
bro.
with me.
It
Like,
happens, yeah.
thank you.
Okay, okay. Sure.
I think it's your chat over here, na? Yes, bro, I can hear you. Thank you. So we are gonna insert the data into the table. So how are we gonna use it? Right? Like this is the database we have created, and select. I'm going to show pick everything on the screen from and use a command. It's a new command which I'm telling you. Insert into employee value. A hidden point over here. I'm going to tell you in 2 minutes. Just please wait. 1000. Uh, any name? Rahul Yadav.
Tawkir Ahmed, I cannot see your screen. I don't know why.
Wait. Yes, this was my screen is not visible.
Not till now.
Wait. Now?
Yeah. It's okay now.
Visible, no? Yes. So like 4000 as your apartment and salary. What's the going age of this person? Like 22. Gender, male, and uh, what does it do? Data management. Okay, in a company. On a profession, it's telling you that copy this one and paste several times, so you just can save your time. I think we have inserted more. I have to remember that it cannot stay same. So team of Ramesh. the salary 80,000. 90,000. 21, 23, 24 are male. So let us say it should be like like Ravish can be the panel artist. It is giving the red cross over here because they're collection of values and we have given value. So what we have to do is use values. See, everything has been figured out and just execute. Control save it as table select. See, everything has been figured out and everything has been inserted. So I think we should move out and see if there anything that can be. Nadeem, like anyone who is having doubt can raise their hands or ask this one out. So please. Anyone online?
Okay, everything is clear. You can move ahead.
Sure. Please informing me like my internet not working good. So please informing me.
Yeah, sure.
The data has been inserted and and that is distant keyword. So let us read it out. Distant keywords. So like particularly we group it out from distant. So let us see what can be done over here. So print everything from employee. First thing. Print everything from and secondly I'll use the distant keyword. See what will happen. Gender executed. See, typically shows how we are here for a male or a woman. So it's showing the categorized or distinct the most valuable data in that data, or this we can say we have inserted in the data. Yes. So here we have only male gender, male people in our office, so showing the date. Otherwise, it would have shown male and female both. See what is the next thing? Alter table, alter is used suppose my manager has given me a work to just see when they have joined the office. So I have to insert new column in this table. So alter is used came into an action at this manner. See how it is done. So, alter table employee. We are just altering the table employee as well as adding e joining, like when the employee had joined with a data type date. This one is 6, no? Adding. So the data will be opted out and check whether it has been added or not. It contains a null value just because I haven't given out the data. So we have to how we can insert the data into this. So this is a thing which we have to learn it next. So this update command. Okay. So see because table name set sorry, set each joining equals to like let me inform you this is not time to tell you all these things because there is a concept of alteration after this. I'm going to make you learn about the and or not operator. See from here. Mm, And or just I'm going to what is there in so so these are the people over here in our data list and what we have to do is have to use and or operator. So this not like everything from employee there, where you can say that there there- gender and age. Gender value. Age of that person should be like 23. Okay. So let us see what's going to happen. So Amit Kumar is the only person in this office who age is 23 as well as male and sufficient for a particular task. Like if there is a task to be done by for these specific requirements, so this person is the very perfect for the this company. So there, from like we can say that where each salary is greater than 50,000. Age of that person, suppose that person is so there are 4% in the office who mark the sufficient requirement for this employment. Like if the boss wants to increase the salary or just to check whose salary is greater than 50,000 and who is above the age of 20 and working regularly in the office, so it can be informed using this command. So and it's just working as a like a AND gate and we use the condition like the both the conditions should be true over here. Let us see the use of OR gate. Here, where I can say that where each salary of that person is greater than 50, 40,000 or the age of that person can be greater than say 21. So this is the thing we are having and we're executing this one. So there are 6% in the office because what is happening is either both can be true, one can be true, or this can be true. So whenever the two is coming, the condition is being executed and you are getting the result, desired result. So I think I should carry on the points like any doubts or any resolvement. So is there anyone who is having doubt can get it resolved over here? Please ask me over here. Ravish,
Yes.
is there any doubt you are having? Amit, anyone?
No, no. Everything is
Uh,
clear.
I think I should continue now.
Yes.
Sure, sure, Vansh. Okay, so the new command forward and of the thing. Uh, like a very interesting like operator wildcard operator they are used for wildcard operator like for percentage symbol and the underscore symbol. These are the two most used wildcard operator in the SQL server or any SQL language actually. So let us see the use of it. First of all, I will make this in the file practical file or it is showing all the data. First of all, first thing. Like suppose I am about to find like any data uh, for the name starting with A. As you know, it's a very small data, so it will show that Amit is the only person who is have data A, but it's not always clear. In office on in any management service, you will it having a bunch of data, GBs of data, so you cannot do at anything at that moment. So, but then these wild character comes in the action. Let us see the use of it. See, select soil, where game like, but like an a age. I'm going to show the use of it. Let me make it clear and see what happened is you get the result Amit Kumar as I have already told you. Why so? Because while using the percentage symbol, after getting the result of A, it will search all the character after the A matching the sufficient criteria. Just like in the table, it look for the AMIT or ADEEB, AKHLI, anything it can be. So it looked up for it and presented the data over here. So this is what happened over here. And for the single character, we're gonna use this one, but not sufficient because no one has a name like AB or AC. So this is the non-valuable thing. And, name like for so like suppose I gave the answer like this. What will happen? Every data will be printed because everyone starts with 2. Now see, if I print this one, nothing gonna print it because it searched for just the next digit and it found nothing. So this is where our query is completed and we found nothing. So this is all what we can do. Let us move to the further things and between operator. Between operator. Always save the file with your name because it will help you finding your table and database while you get confused. That is why I'm telling you. It's a professional note. And between operator, how does it work like? Select everything from employee. Salary, where is salary is between. I'm not gonna use the is keyword, but use the between keyword. Between. Okay? Between 20,000 and 50,000. Okay? So it will show you the data. So Nadeem and Rahul Yadav are the two person whose salary between 20,000 and 15,000. Let us increase the amount and go somewhat further. So there are a bunch of data and people whose salary is between 40,000 and 90,000. And yeah, Amit Kumar scored the highest. He's earning a lot. Good. So next thing is the function. Like functions are the very crucial thing in SQL. Like every programming language contains function, but SQL is somewhat different. So it's gonna help you in your database. Let us see how. Minimum, max, count, and sum and average. Let us see that the example of it. See. Ayush. Thank you. E-salary as minimum e-salary. I'm going to show you the use of it. I'll explain this one. What is minimum salary? You might get bemused. Just a deliberated method. So I'm telling you. Meanwhile, you can contemplate about it. Nothing to worry. And I'm going to save this as a give it some very good name like a function. Function. What is going to print it? Okay. Minimum salary. See, suppose if I elope this one out. First of all, minimum is used to find the minimum of that particular column. Okay. So it showed you the 40,000 and let us this execute. See, no column name. As soon as I write the name as min salary, whatever you want, it will show the minimum salary. This is very effective method. Like whatever, whenever we are doing this work, we should give a proper name just to let us reform and have a quality working while in a database. All the salary, salary, max salary, no, from employee. Maximum salary which we have got. So this 90,000. Now we have to use sum of all the salaries, like how much a company spend on their employees. So sum, select sum function, and e salary of it as total salary because I'm getting the total salary of it from table. See, total salary. Just like a company is spending 3,90,000 on their employees. Like it's a very small company, it's just a startup. Let us see that. Not one age, age. Okay, as average age from employee, from employee. Like on an average, people are of 22 of age working in the company, and the most useful is the count function. So how we gonna use it? Select asterisk because we're gonna count everything as telling you what like mind is engineer, or else we can say that we are having wait. My bad. We have like if I give the how many manager or service engineer are there in this. I'm gonna put service engineer. It's gonna run this command. It's gonna count how many service engineers are there in a company. One engineer. Like just give me name. Just run this command again. Like we are having only one service engineer in this office. Manager. Okay. My bad. I'm not seeing this engineer. See, only one manager company. I think that's sufficient too. I think we should move for the string function. That's a collective or string function. We have to use string functions. They are collection of string function. Like in all programming language, we use like a replace and upper, lower, trimming, and all this. So this is what we have in SQL too. So how we going to use it? Let us see. You have very good news. String. And what we have to do is this gonna erase all the space, white space given in a string. I am okay. We have nothing to on the left side collection of space. As if we have printed this one out normally, we could have a white space that is not a profitable thing. So we have erased this one out from left trim. In the same way, we have right trim and for lowering the string, we can pass hi. Okay. So the command. Sorry. See, what we have got is all the non-caps lock letters on the screen. Select upper. We're gonna think upper. Okay, hammer. Okay, hammer. This gave out the result as upper solution. Uh, my gym. My gym. Gonna go on me. Gonna get astonished after this. Do you know this is a palindrome? See, my gym, my gym. The same. Actually, it has made the reverse thing. See, 2 quad. What is this? Now, very important function which we use in the formation in a database. It just fetch out the particular collection of string from a base string. Okay. So hello, this is SQL. So what I want to fetch is like SQL. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 15, 16, 17, 17. Came out to be 70. I hope you have got this one out because it's not a rocket science. SQL, we search out the SQL. Just give out the space, whatever you wanted at the first space, and the collection of letters from the index one to the last one, as here. That output. Uh, Ravish, Nadeem, and all. Everything okay? Is there any doubts over it?
It's okay, bro.
Uh,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
Your voice
everything,
was cracking in the middle.
lagging.
Yes. I think
Okay,
Yes.
now
my
it's
yeah, Nadeem, what were you saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't got you. What did you say?
Was my voice lagging? I think Ravish was having internet problem because no one has complained about it. It's quite possible. My internet was not working properly, so it's quite possible. Sorry for an inconvenience, guest.
It's okay, bro. I also had some internet issues, so I got disconnected
Sure,
for a while.
yes, sure.
It happens. Yeah. Thank you.
And my screen is visible, no? Yes. So, and next order by. Like get some uh, first of all, okay, and then after that, I'll print. I'm gonna short this. Very important on the base of SQL. Just keep an eye over here. It's just very important. Order by salary. Short out the e-salary and the name and all these things. I'm going to short out the table using the e-salary. By default, it is ascending. Ascending. But you can do it descending by just giving the see, it's descending now. And like we have to find out like top 3 employees who's having the highest salary. Just by salary.
I'm sorry, Tawkir. I think you had some error in coding. Select top 3. That's it. It's not star.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, it's the 8 now. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, happening E. Yeah, sure. Thank you. See, what we have got is there are 3% in the office who has the highest salary. Amit Kumar, Tokirama, and Ravish. Order by descending. See, these people are scoring a lot. Have to pay the income tax. I think we are on the end. And let us see the update function. Like not very much clear, but yes, we can do it. First of all, and like sure. And then update employee, right? Set here like e-joining where EID. See, now EIDs came to action because suppose if you weren't given the EID, then you have to write the name. And suppose if you are writing the name line by line, it will take a huge amount of time because there can be a tons of Amir, tons of Rahul, tons of Nadeem in a company. So EID make it a difference. Let us see whether it work or not. Year 2020, month 12. What happened? One to sorry, like where EID gives out uh, 40. So I'm so sorry, int is not compatible with it. So let us give. Actually, it has filled this one out. So I'm going to copy this one out. As six one. Okay. And then their joining will be like 17, 2020, 18, 2020. Uh, not December. And then just in this one. Now you can see that the data has been updated. I was not telling you at that moment because you had confused with like why we are using update and not alter. I just want to make you clear about alteration and update because many of us get confused between this. Alteration is used when there the structure of the table has to be enhanced. Like we are adding e-joining new column in this, or like we are changing the value of a numeric value or the column type, and all these things will come under the alteration. While update does is update the value like name, ID, department, and all things, and the core value of all these things, which helps the company to identify it. This is what the basic difference is. So I think most of the thing has been cleared out, and and run the final query. What is it? Okay, sorry, 15. Final. Everything from employee. And the last thing, and yes, we have made this one out or Excel just in front of you, managing all the data with using functions, order by, date, update, alteration, and all. So this is what we have done, and I think I should consider some of the queries. So Nadeem, Ravish, anyone who has any queries?
Yes, please. Can you again explain what you said about the difference between alter and update?
Yes, listen, please. This is what I wanted to. Nadeem has to tell you. See, like alteration is done when you have to change the structure of the table. Structure in the sense like adding new column or changing the variable of each department from this to this. We have given each salary as a int, but someone is earning in crores. So quite not possible. And someone is earning in crores. So what I want to do is give the value as a big int. So I cannot do this at any random command. So I have to use the alteration command. Alteration. I cannot use update. Suppose when the update is used, suppose like Ravi Jha is there, and from 70,000 he is going to earn 10 lakh rupees. Or Nadeem is there, he's from 50,000, he's going to earn 80,000, 90,000, or something else. Himanshu is there in our webinar, so he's going to earn like many of lakhs in rupees. So this will update the value in a database like their salary has been updated and enjoy the real income. So I think it might have cleared you. And yes, Nadeem, what you are asking?
Sorry, bro. I think we can say that alter is used to make changes in the metadata of the database, and
Sure,
update
for
is
what you're considering metadata here. Metadata. What you're considering over
yeah,
here.
and update is used to make changes in the data.
Yes, the core data. Yes, update can be used to change the metadata, you can say. But alteration is used to change the rigid structure of the table.
Okay, okay, bro. Thank you. Got it.
I hope everyone might get it because it's an interview question. Everyone gets confused about that. It's come under DML and DDL. So I think it's enough, what we have learned, and how many people are there in this? Like, yes, we are 31. So anyone who has any other doubts regarding, you can connect me on LinkedIn. I have shared the email with you, and I think Nadeem is connected me with in LinkedIn too already. So anyone who has any query regarding all these things, and yes, sir, you will get the participation certificate after this, after submitting the feedback form. I'll share you the feedback form on the email, and from there you have to fill the form, and then just comment out. And in 2 to 3 working days, you'll get the certification of participation. Here is no working project required. So anyone who has any query?
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you. Or anyone? Everything seems quite Vansh and all. Sachin and Tushar. If you might have any query, more any query, like regarding SQL. We might have lost the connection. So I think it's just more than an hour and we are recording the data. And I think I should stop the recording now. Stop the recording, and so